Hey YouTube, I'm Steve.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Whiskey and Cigars. And we're coming to you tonight with another video. Hopefully you guys are still watching us and still liking what content we have. Today we have a Henry McKenna Kentucky Straight Bourbon and Whiskey Sour Mash. Never tried it. I don't know if you tried it, Ben?
Nope.
So I picked this up at a local store here recently. Henry McKenna Bourbon Kentucky Straight Sour Mash. So we're going to give this a try tonight. Along with that, we have, what do we got here, Ben? You picked these up.
Yeah, Davidhoff Yamasa. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. I really have no idea.
Okay,
Yamasa.
Davidhoff Yamasa. I've never had one of these.
And I haven't either.
So we're going to give these a shot and see how they pair with this Henry McKenna. So we hope you like our content. I know we haven't been doing a lot. I've done a little short, and I'll keep doing those shorts. I just haven't had a chance here. I got that the History of Whiskey book that I've been reading out of that, and I'll read some more out of that and throw some more videos your guys' way. Let's open this up and see what these cigars smell like. Ooh, nice smooth smell.
Yeah.
A little earthy, I think.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a nice smooth smelling cigar. Davidoff Yamasa. Just so you guys can kind of see what we're looking at here, working with. Ben picked these up. I picked the whiskey up, so we're gonna give her a shot and see what we think about it. I'm gonna prep my cigar while Ben maybe talks a little bit here. Oh, we're using a Drew Estate ashtray I picked up from Cigars International. Pretty cool ashtray, two-sided.
So yeah, I really like the Davidoff cigar. It's been years since I've had Davidoff. It probably has been at least 10 years before I've had, since I've had a Davidoff. But I haven't had this Yamasa, so I don't think I'm going to be disappointed with these Davidoff.
Now, I don't know how you guys smoke your cigars. I know there's different types of cutters. Some people like it cut different ways. Some people like a guillotine cut. Some people like a punch cut. I personally like a V cut, and I just cut a V in my cigar. That's the way I like to smoke my cigars. Sometimes I'll put a cross V in it, but usually just a single V in mine. That's how I like to smoke. I do have guillotine cutters. Also, if you prefer a guillotine cutter, Ben.
No, this one's fine.
So, Henry McKenna Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Sour Mash. Distilled by H. McKenna Distillery, Bardstown, Kentucky. So it is a Kentucky whiskey. It is a sour mash bourbon, so it's a little bit of, I prefer bourbons over whiskeys, but I do drink a lot of whiskeys. So we'll pour us a little bit of this in our Glencairn, give her a try. Gotta swirl it around a little. I'm fairly new to officially tasting whiskeys. These are the first time I've ever owned Glencairns when we decided to possibly do this channel. So I ordered a couple. Got them from, I don't know if most of you probably have heard of a Bespoke Post. You pay a monthly subscription and they send you different things in the mail and stuff. This is one of them I got. It had the 2 Glencairns and it came with like a little glass, like a syringe thing that you can dip in and get just a little bit. I've never used that portion of it, but I have. We did use this in one of our earlier videos. has a really sweet, almost caramely smell to me. It's not a super strong, 40% alcohol, so about an 80 proof. But it has a really smooth smell.
Yep, really smooth.
I like the smell of that. It's really nice.
Really light.
Really light smell, huh? Let's take a taste of this. A little oaky. I can taste a lot of oak in that compared to some other ones.
Yeah.
Can taste some of the sour from the sour mash. Not a big hit of alcohol. It's fairly smooth. It has a little bit of burn on the finish. Kind of a bitter caramel in the center to me. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, definitely heavy on the oak.
Yeah.
Heavy on that. Yeah, but it's really smooth.
Really? Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's my favorite sour mash bourbon whiskey I've ever tried, but it is pretty smooth. To me, let me take another taste of that. Rating this, I'd say 1 the worst, 10 the best I've ever had. I would probably rate this somewhere in the middle, 4.5 to 5.5. Like I said, not my favoriteest, but not the worst I've ever had. The reason I give it a lower rating, I'm not real big on super oaky flavors. I like a more mellow flavor, and this has a lot of oak, so I'd give it probably, if I had to pick a solid number, I'd say 5 across the board for me.
Yeah, for me, I also do not like the heavy oak. I like a little subtle oak. This is pretty heavy oak.
I'm gonna light this cigar up, and then I'll hand you the lighter. See what you can get yours lit up here.
And yeah, the one thing we are missing is a torch. So
a torch. I got one in my Amazon cart to bring it in.
And my humidor came in on my last weekend, so it's set up now. I did not bring it, so I'll have to show you guys in another video.
I'll wait till you're done to give my opinion on this. So, in the meantime, for the next, month and a half, it'll probably be just me or just Ben doing videos. My mom and dad aren't doing real well. More my mom than my dad. Like we've said in our other videos, we live in Wasilla, Alaska, which is about 35 miles north of Anchorage. My parents live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where I'm originally from, is the Southwest. I was born in Phoenix, Arizona. I was raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I have personally been in Alaska since 2002 for a job with the railroad here. It's a great place. A little cold for me now. Again, I'm getting older, closer to retirement stuff. It gets a little cold in the wintertime. But at any rate, my parents need some help. My mom has Alzheimer's and is pretty much bedridden, and my dad can't do it all on his own. So two of my daughters have already been, one of them is his wife. My oldest daughter was down in September. My other daughter, she's 21. She is down there right now. Been down there for the month of October. I fly out Sunday morning down there, and she comes back next weekend on Friday or Saturday. And then I will be down there till January 3rd, and then I come back to Alaska. And then his wife, I believe, is going back down in January. We don't have figured out who's going to go in February or March. March to help them. I will be back down in April. So during times that I'm gone, Ben can do videos or I can do videos, but we won't be doing them together because of me having to go down on family medical leave to help my parents out. So with that being said, I think I got to talk about this cigar. What do you think, Ben?
Well, I am not disappointed. I really like this. It's really, really smooth. There's a lot of flavor in it. I know on the flavor scale, this cigar was all the way at the very top for the boldness of flavor.
So
it is very flavorful.
So personal, where would you rate it in all the cigars you've smoked? 1 through 10.
1 through 10. It's definitely up there, 8 or 9.
8 or 9 for you. Well, here's my opinion. It's a very smooth cigar, like you said. I do feel it is a very smooth cigar. And just from smelling it before I lit it, like I said earlier, I feel it had some earthy tones in the smell. I get them earthy tones coming through smoking it. I also taste a very, very light smokiness to it. So with this oaky, heavily wooded, to me, now again, this is my opinion, you guys might taste this differently on the smoke and the whiskey. This being a heavier oak flavor with the earthy, light smokiness of this cigar, I think they pair very well, to me.
Well, I'll find it. Take a sip.
Now, I have a little bit different taste in cigars than Ben. I would probably rate this about 6.5 on my scale.
6.5.
6.5 because I feel there's some smoothness that is missing. I'm not saying that it's not a very smooth cigar, but I feel I've had other cigars that were smoother than this, that had maybe a little bit more flavor. This is a very mild flavored cigar to me.
It was all the way at the top on the.
And again, that's a personal opinion. I feel this is a more milder cigar. That's why I'm giving it a lower score of a 6, maybe a 6.5. I don't know. I'm gonna have to buy some so Ben can try them. If you guys have ever had a cigar by Drew Estates called a Nightshade, the cover on it is almost black, so it's a very, very robust cigar. I like them a little bit darker, more robust like that. So that's why I'm going to give this a little bit lighter score. But on the other hand, I also like a lighter cigar like an Aurora, I think they're called an Aurora 307. Those are more of a light, like a Connecticut wrap, more light colored. So, but they're a very smooth, very well flavored cigar. So I have a broad range of what I like in both cigars and whiskeys. And to me, this is more of about a 6.5 cigar.
Okay. I am pretty biased when it comes to the Davidoff series. I really like Davidoff. They're probably my favorite cigar brand I've had. I was going to say something else. What was it? Trying to remember now. But yeah, I really like the Davidoff series in general, so I am really biased when it comes to that, I say.
So, smoking this cigar and taking a drink of this bourbon, it brings the sweetness out in the bourbon. To me, you take it, drag off your cigar, take a little sip of the bourbon, and you get kind of a sweetness. Not in the beginning, not in the end. It's like in the middle, over your tongue. You get like a sweet, almost like a burnt caramel.
Yeah, it does. give it a sweet.
Yeah, it gives it kind of mellows the whiskey out, this bourbon out, with the little bit of smokiness and earthy tones
Yeah,
of the
it
cigar.
cuts that heavy oak flavor.
The heavy oak flavor in this, the earthy tones in this, I think they pair very, very well. To me, if you guys, give them a shot. Henry McKenna, bourbon, whiskey, sour mash. Tell us what you guys think. I think it pairs very well with this Davidoff Yamasa. Both pretty good cigars. This is a Robusto Genevieve Davidoff Yamasa. Good cigar. Excuse me. Good cigars. I would definitely buy some to keep in my humidors. I do have probably 150 different cigars in there. So I do have. We did get the ventilation fan in. It's just temporarily installed in the window. I got a temporary door on. That's why we're able to smoke and have a drink in here today. We'll eventually, I still got to cut a hole in the wall and install the actual ventilation fan. I just have it going through the window. It's like 12 degrees outside, 15 degrees outside, so we had to put a cardboard over part of the window with the ventilation fan in there, but it seems to be working pretty good. I mean, it's not a lot of smoke in here. It is a little hazy, but I think we have the fan turned down lower right now to do this video. We'll keep bringing videos to you guys, and give us a like, share, subscribe. Tell us what you thought about this video, and if you've tried either one of these, the bourbon or the cigar, and drop us a shout out and tell us how you felt about them. And you got anything else to add there, Ben?
No. I'm good.
All right. So like I said earlier, I have done one reading from it. The Field Guide to Whiskey. I've done one reading on it. It was a little bit longer than a short. A short's usually about 3 minutes. That one was just shy of 5 minutes. I can't read a whole paragraph at a time, or a whole chapter at a time, but each chapter is broke down into paragraphs about a different topic in each paragraph. And I'll continue doing shorts and see how you guys like them. Hopefully you do. I'll keep reading, I'll keep posting videos, and hopefully Ben can find a little niche he could throw in there with some shorts or something by himself while I'm gone over the next 6 weeks. And when I get back in January, we'll have to get together and do a couple more videos so we can keep throwing some content at our subscribers.
Yeah, I could definitely throw something together. Have that pipe tobacco still. I could do some videos on my pipe tobacco.
So I'm kind of a collector of sorts. I have several different small collections, and Ben, what made me think of it, Ben bringing up pipes.
Oh, did we show them?
I have a collection of about 30 pipes, and I have quite a collection of some different pipe tobaccos. Some are rare, some are unopened, some are newer tobaccos. I've opened some of my older tobaccos that turned out to be really good tobaccos. So not only will we be doing cigars, like we mentioned, we'll be smoking some pipes and different things as we go along. So with that, I think we'll bring this video to a close and just ask you guys like, share, subscribe. Let us know how you felt about this. Let us know if you've tried these, and we'll see you in the next video. You guys have a wonderful evening.